Have you ever looked in the mirror and not recognized the person looking back at you? I'm not talking about appearance, not the lines around your eyes, or the gray in your hair. I'm talking about the light, the fire, the unmistakable signal of a soul that is truly alive. Where did it go? Somehow, you've become a ghost in your own life. You perform the tasks. You pay the bills. You scroll through the lives of others, a silent spectator to a world that seems to be happening somewhere else. You are operating in survival mode, while a part of you, deep in the core of your being, is screaming, begging to truly live. This video is not for the ghost. It is for the one who is screaming inside. And right now, you have a choice, a simple one. You can click away, return to the comfortable, predictable numbness of the loop. The invisible cage will close around you once more, and tomorrow will be an echo of today. No judgment, it's safe there. Or you can stay, and I will hand you the key. Not the key to escape the cage, but the realization that there is no cage. There is no cage? The thing that holds you captive isn't your past. It isn't your boss, your bank account, or your circumstances. It is a program, a highly intelligent, deeply embedded architect living in the shadows of your subconscious mind. Its only mission is to keep everything exactly the same. Because, to the architect, the familiar, even if it's painful, is always safer than the unknown. For the next 2 hours, we will not fight this architect. We will starve it of its power. We will cut off its food supply. Are you ready to unplug from the old matrix? Then let us begin. Chapter 1. The Ghost in the Machine. To understand the cage, you must first understand the ghost that haunts it. That ghost is the version of you that believes it is powerless. It's the voice that whispers, "This is just the way things are." It's the heavy feeling in your chest on a Sunday evening. It's the conditioned identity you've mistaken for your true self. Where did this ghost come from? It wasn't born with you. You arrived in this world as pure potential, a wave of infinite possibility. But from your first breath, you began to be programmed. You learned what was realistic. You were taught the rules of a game you never agreed to play. Money doesn't grow on trees. Don't get your hopes up. Love is supposed to be hard. Be practical. Each of these statements was a line of code. Each disappointment, a reinforcing algorithm. Each moment of shame or fear, a software update for the ghost protocol. This protocol has one primary function: to filter reality through the lens of past evidence. Your brain has a network of neurons called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Think of it as the gatekeeper to your conscious mind. You are bombarded with billions of bits of information every second, but your RAS only allows in what it deems important. And what does it deem important? Whatever matches your existing beliefs. If you believe the world is a struggle, your RAS will diligently scan your environment and present you with all the evidence that proves you right. It will ignore the opportunities, the kindness, the moments of synchronicity. It's not malicious, it's efficient. It's trying to protect you by confirming your model of the world. The ghost is not you. The ghost is the feedback loop of the RAS, powered by outdated programming. You are not in the loop. You have become the loop. Your thoughts trigger feelings. Those feelings dictate your actions, and those actions produce results that confirm your original thoughts. This is why thinking positive feels like a lie. Your conscious mind, the 5% of your processing power, is shouting a new command, "I am abundant." But the subconscious, the 95% running the ghost protocol, is broadcasting a dominant, deeply felt signal based on decades of data. Warning: scarcity detected. Engage anxiety protocol. Conserve energy. Avoid risk. And the quantum field, the universal consciousness we will explore shortly, doesn't listen to the loudest shout. It responds to the dominant broadcast. Let that land. You have been trying to shout over the sound of your own operating system. It's exhausting, and it is doomed to fail. To change your reality, you don't need to shout louder. You need to change the operating system itself. And to do that, you must first meet its architect. Chapter 2. The architect of your cage. Let's personify this system. Let's call it the architect. The architect is not your enemy. This is the most crucial truth you must grasp. The architect is your protector. It is the primal, ancient part of your mind, the amygdala, the hippocampus, the brainstem that has kept your bloodline alive for millennia. Its prime directive is singular, survival. And its primary tool is pattern recognition. Its entire existence is based on a simple equation: past equals future. If you were once hurt in love, the architect codes all future intimacy as a potential threat. It will build walls around your heart and label it self-protection. It will make you notice the flaws in a new partner, make you feel numb when things get too close, or create drama to sabotage the connection before it can hurt you again. It believes it is saving you. If you experienced financial lack, the architect codes abundance as a dangerous anomaly. When you receive an unexpected sum of money, it will trigger an immediate panic signal. Get rid of this! It's not safe! It's unfamiliar. And so you will find a way to spend it, lose it, or have an unexpected bill erase it, returning you to the familiar, safe baseline of scarcity. It believes it is keeping you grounded. The architect speaks to you in a voice that sounds suspiciously like your own. It's the voice of logic, of realism. Don't apply for that job. You're not qualified. You'll only be rejected. Don't tell them how you really feel. You'll look weak. Don't start that business. 90% of them fail. Be sensible. It is the master of procrastination, the king of overthinking, the god of the comfort zone. It will create endless distractions, the need to clean the house, to watch one more episode, to research just one more thing, anything to keep you from taking the leap into the unknown. The unknown is the architect's mortal enemy, because in the unknown, its predictive models based on the past are useless. In the unknown, you might fail, you might get hurt. So it builds the cage, not with steel bars, but with your own beliefs, your own emotions, your own habits. It's a cage whose walls are invisible, a prison whose warden you carry within you. And here is the most insidious part of its design. The architect makes you believe that the cage is the entire world. It convinces you that the familiar emotional state you live in, anxiety, frustration, disappointment, or resignation is the only climate available. But what if it isn't? What if your emotional state is not a reaction to your reality, but the very cause of it? Chapter 3. The addiction to a past that never was. Let's talk about chemistry. Every emotion you experience is a chemical cocktail. Feeling stressed? That's a surge of cortisol and adrenaline. Feeling love? That's oxytocin and dopamine. Your body, in its incredible intelligence, becomes accustomed to its regular chemical environment. Now, consider a person who has spent years in a state of low-grade anxiety, worry, and frustration. Their body's cells have physically adapted. The receptors on their cells have downregulated to become less sensitive to these chemicals, meaning they need more of them to feel the familiar baseline. You are not just psychologically accustomed to your problems. Your body can be physiologically addicted to the chemistry of your old timeline. This is a profound and unsettling truth. It means that on a chemical level, your body can crave the very states you consciously want to escape. Have you ever had a good day, a moment of peace, and suddenly your mind conjures a worry out of thin air? Or you start a fight with a loved one for no reason? That is often the body's addiction crying out. It's the architect sending a signal to the factory. We're running low on cortisol. Initiate a worry loop. Replay a painful memory. Find a problem. Now. This is why change is so hard. You are not just fighting a mindset, you are fighting a chemical dependency. You are going through a withdrawal from a version of yourself, a withdrawal from a past that you keep recreating in the present. You are addicted to a past that, in reality, no longer exists anywhere, except as an energetic and chemical pattern within your own system. You are haunted by a ghost of your own making, policed by an architect of your own design, addicted to a prison of your own chemistry. This may sound like a grim diagnosis, it may feel hopeless, but it is the opposite. Because if the cage, the ghost, and the addiction are all internal systems, it means the key to dismantling them is also within you. It means you don't have to change the world outside. You have to change the world inside. And to do that, we must turn from the comfortable world of cause and effect to the strange, beautiful, and powerful world of quantum physics. We must understand the fundamental nature of reality itself. It is time to look into the cosmic mirror. Chapter 4. The cosmic mirror. Reality is a reflection, not a dictator. For centuries, classical physics taught us that the universe is a machine, a giant clockwork of predictable cause and effect, an external reality that we are simply born into, subject to its laws. Then, at the dawn of the 20th century, a group of revolutionary thinkers peered into the heart of matter and discovered something that shattered everything we thought we knew. They discovered the quantum realm. In the quantum world, things don't exist as solid, definite objects. They exist as waves of pure potential. An electron isn't in one specific place. It exists in a superposition of all possible places at once. It is a wave of information. This wave of potential only collapses into a single, definite particular-specific experience in space and time when it is observed. This is the famous observer effect. Think about that. The very act of looking at something changes it from potential to reality. Now, what if I told you that you are not just an observer of the universe? What if you are the primary observer of your own reality? And what if your method of observation is not just with your eyes, but with your entire state of being, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your expectations? The universe, the quantum field, is a vast, infinite ocean of potential. Every possible reality you could ever imagine already exists as a wave in this ocean. The timeline where you are vibrantly healthy, the timeline where you are living your purpose, the timeline where you are in a deeply fulfilling relationship. They are all there, not as distant dreams, but as latent, vibrating potentials. Your dominant state of being is the tuning fork. Your frequency is the signal you broadcast into this ocean. When your signal, the coherent vibration of your mind, heart, and body perfectly matches the frequency of a potential timeline, you don't create it from nothing. You collapse it into experience. The wave becomes a particle. The potential becomes your reality. The universe is a cosmic mirror. It doesn't give you what you want. It doesn't give you what you work hard for. It reflects back to you, with stunning, impersonal accuracy, who you are being. This is the quantum deception. We've been taught to try and change the reflection in the mirror. We stand in front of it, shouting, "I want the reflection to smile," while our own face is a mask of frustration. We try to scrub the mirror, to bargain with it, to manipulate it. But the mirror can only show what is in front of it. The work is never on the mirror. The work is on the face that is casting the reflection. Your life right now is a perfect reflection of the frequency you have been broadcasting. The architect, the ghost protocol, the chemical addictions, that entire system is a powerful transmitter. And it has been broadcasting the same signal, the frequency of your past, on a loop. So the reflection doesn't change. The loop continues. To break the loop, you must change the signal. And to change the signal, you must understand the language the universe is written in. It's not written in words. It's written in numbers, in patterns, in vibration. It's a secret that mystics have known for ages, and that one particular genius tried to tell the world about. Chapter 5. Nikola Tesla's Forbidden Secret. The Vibrational Mathematics of 3, 6, and 9. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. These were the words of Nikola Tesla, a man who saw the world not as a collection of solid objects, but as a symphony of interacting frequencies. He was obsessed with numbers, particularly the numbers 3, 6, and 9. He famously said, "If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe." Was this just the eccentricity of a genius? Or was he pointing towards something far more profound? Let's explore this. In Vortex Mathematics, A system that shows the qualitative nature of numbers, you find a curious pattern. If you start with 1 and keep doubling it, a repeating sequence emerges. 1, 2, 4, 8, 1, 6, which is 1 plus 6 equals 7, 3, 2, 3 plus 2 equals 5, 6, 4, 6 plus 4 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. The sequence is 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, and it repeats endlessly. Notice which numbers are missing. 3, 6, and 9. It's as if 3 and 6 represent a higher dimensional energy, a kind of magnetic field that influences the physical sequence of 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. They are the invisible current guiding the visible flow. And what about 9? 9 is the culmination, the singularity. If you double 9, you get 1, 8, 1 plus 8 equals 9. If you multiply 9 by any number, the sum of the digits always reduces back to 9. 9x 5 equals 45. 4 plus 5 equals 9. 9x 123 equals 1107. 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 7 equals 9. 9 always resolves back to itself. It represents wholeness, completion, the unified field itself. This is not a magic trick. This is a mathematical principle pointing to a deep truth about the structure of our reality. 3 represents creation, the spark, the idea, the mind aspect. The first step out of unity, the desire for a new reality. 6 represents the physical embodiment, the structure, the carbon-based matter, the actions you take, the process of building and manifesting in the material world. 9 represents completion and connection to the field, the spiritual aspect, the surrender, the alignment with the universal flow, where the creation is no longer forced, but received. What does this mean for you? Right now, your manifestation process has been stuck on 3. All desire, all wanting, all mental effort. You've been sending out the spark of creation, but it has no structure to build upon. 6, and no connection to the unified field. 9, to bring it to completion. Or maybe you've been stuck on 6. All action, all hustle, all grinding. You are working yourself to the bone in the physical world, trying to force a result, but without the aligned intention. 3, and the surrender to the field. 9. Your efforts are chaotic and exhausting. The secret Tesla was pointing to is coherence, the alignment of all 3. When your thought 3, your action 6, and your vibrational state of being 9 are in perfect harmony, you become a powerful, coherent signal. You are no longer just a thought or just an action. You are a complete circuit. You are speaking the native language of the universe. This alignment, this coherence, is the core of our work here. It is the engine of the protocol we are about to learn. It is the moment you stop being the ghost and start being the observer who collapses the wave. Chapter 6. The Mystic Shift Protocol. Becoming the Observer. The Mystic Shift Protocol is not a set of rules. It is a recalibration of your identity. It is based on one fundamental principle. You do not attract what you want, you activate what you are. The protocol has 3 core tenets, aligned with the cosmic mathematics we just explored. Tenet 1. The principle of the seed. The power of 3. Intention. Your intention is not a wish, it is a decision. A wish comes from a place of lack. I hope I get. A decision comes from a place of power. I have decided to become. Before you can shift timelines, you must become crystal clear on the state of being you are choosing. Not the things you want, the feeling, the identity. Instead of, I want $1 million, the seed intention is, I am choosing to embody the frequency of freedom, security, and effortless flow. Instead of, I want to find a partner, the seed intention is, I am choosing to embody the frequency of wholeness, unconditional love, and deep connection. Clarity is power. A scattered intention is a scattered signal. A clear intention is a laser beam that cuts through the noise of the quantum field. Tenet 2. The principle of embodiment. The power of 6. Action. This is where we move from the mind to the body. This is the part that 99% of people miss. Embodiment means you close the gap between who you are and who you want to be. You begin to act, speak, think, and feel as if the desired reality is already here. Not as a fake performance, but as an authentic expression of your chosen identity. This is not about grand, sweeping gestures. It's about micro-alignments. If you are embodying abundance, you don't hoard your resources in fear. You tip generously. You spend money with gratitude, not anxiety. You fix the broken things in your home. You signal to the universe, I am a steward of plenty. If you are embodying love, you don't close your heart to protect it. You practice vulnerability. You offer a genuine compliment. You listen without needing to fix. You signal to the universe, my heart is a safe and open place. Your body is the antenna. Every posture, every breath, every small choice is broadcasting a signal. The architect keeps you trapped in the posture of fear-hunched shoulders, shallow breath. Embodiment is the conscious choice to inhabit the posture of the new timeline open chest, deep breathing, a relaxed nervous system. Tenet 3. The principle of surrender. The power of 9. Alignment. This is the most subtle and the most powerful tenet. After you have planted the seed of intention, 3, and begun to water it with the actions of embodiment, 6, you must release your desperate grip on the outcome. Surrender is not giving up. It is the ultimate act of trust. It is the understanding that the quantum field, the universal intelligence, has a far greater perspective than your conscious mind. It is letting go of the how and the when, and falling into a deep state of knowing that what you have chosen is already on its way. Desperation, neediness, impatience, these are the frequencies of lack. They are the static that cancels your signal. When you are constantly checking for results, you are screaming to the universe, it hasn't arrived yet, I don't have it. And the cosmic mirror faithfully reflects that state of not having back to you. Surrender is the frequency of already having. It is peace. It is gratitude. It is the quiet, unshakable knowing that your signal has been sent and the reflection is already collapsing into form. Intention 3. Embodiment 6. Surrender 9. Mind. Body. Spirit. This is the code. This is the key. Now, let us move from theory to practice. It is time to learn the art of becoming. It is time to actively retune your instrument. Chapter 7. From knowing to being. The science of embodiment. We live in an age of information, obesity. We consume endless knowledge, watch countless videos, read stacks of books, and yet, for many, nothing truly changes. This is because information alone does not transform. Integration does. Transformation only occurs when an idea moves from your conscious mind into your subconscious mind, from your brain into your body. It must become your automatic state of being. Embodiment is the bridge, and it is built on the foundation of your nervous system. Your autonomic nervous system has two main branches, the sympathetic, your fight or flight system, and the parasympathetic, your rest and digest system. The architect keeps you locked in a chronic, low-grade sympathetic state, a state of hypervigilance, stress, and threat detection. In this state, your body is chemically and neurologically primed for survival, not creation. It allocates resources to your muscles, speeds up your heart rate, and shuts down non-essential functions like creative thinking and long-term planning. You cannot create a new future when your entire biology is screaming, "Danger! Now!" The new timeline you desire exists in the parasympathetic state. It is born from a state of safety, coherence, and openness. Therefore, the most fundamental practice of embodiment is learning to consciously regulate your own nervous system, to guide yourself out of fight or flight and into a state of creative flow. How do we do this? We use the body to change the mind. We use the breath. Your breath is the remote control for your nervous system. Short, shallow breathing signals threat. Long, slow, deep breathing signals safety. Before we learn any specific techniques for manifesting things, we must first master the technique of manifesting a state of inner peace. Because from that state, everything else is born. Let's do this together. Now. This is not a concept. This is an experience. Wherever you are, I invite you to pause. Uncross your legs. Place your hands gently on your lap, and close your eyes if it feels safe. I want you to take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. For a count of 4. Feel your belly expand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, hold it gently at the top. For a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, exhale slowly through your mouth. For a count of 8. A long, complete release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that again. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 8. Notice what is happening in your body. The slight slowing of your heart rate. The softening of your shoulders. You have just manually shifted your nervous system from sympathetic towards parasympathetic. You have just sent a powerful signal to the architect that says, I am safe. All is well. You have just changed your frequency. This is the foundation. This is ground zero for all timeline shifting. You cannot enter a reality of peace and abundance while carrying the vibration of chaos and scarcity in your body. Now that we have the key to our inner state, let us apply it. Let us learn the practical tools, the quantum attunements, that use this foundation to recode the specific timelines you wish to experience. Chapter 8. Quantum Attunement, Hazone, the Abundance, Recode. Let's begin with one of the most charged energies in our society, money, abundance. The architect's scarcity program is perhaps its most powerful. The fear of not enough is a primal survival instinct. This program is activated every time you pay a bill, every time you look at a price tag, every time you check your bank account. The feeling is a physical contraction, a knot in your stomach, a tightness in your chest. That contraction is a prayer for more scarcity. We are going to overwrite that prayer, not with a thought, but with a new physical and emotional response. This is the abundance recode. The next time you have to spend money, whether it's buying groceries, paying a bill online, or buying a coffee, you are going to turn it into a sacred ritual. Step 1. Pause and acknowledge. Before the transaction, stop. Don't rush. Hold the bill, your card, or your phone in your hand. The architect will immediately start its fear broadcast. Are you sure? That's a lot. What if you need it later? Don't fight this voice. Simply acknowledge it. I see you. Thank you for trying to protect me. Step 2. The 4-8 breath. Now, perform the nervous system reset we just practiced. 1 deep breath in for a count of 4, and a long, slow exhale for a count of 8. This manually interrupts the body's panic response. It creates a space between the trigger and your reaction. Step 3. The energetic exchange. As you make the payment, change the inner narrative from I am losing money to I am participating in the flow of universal energy. See the money not as leaving you, but as circulating through you. You are not a container that can be emptied. You are a conduit for an infinite flow. Step 4. The gratitude amplifier. This is the most critical step. As the money leaves your possession, generate a genuine feeling of gratitude. Not just for what you are receiving, the coffee, the electricity, but for the ability to participate in the exchange itself. Feel gratitude for the farmer who grew the coffee beans, the person who served you, the infrastructure that allows the payment. Feel gratitude for the flow itself. Say silently, or out loud, thank you. There is always more where that came from. This practice, done consistently, will achieve something miraculous. It will slowly and methodically rewire your nervous system to associate the act of spending money not with fear and contraction, but with gratitude, trust, and expansion. You are training your body to know, on a cellular level, that you are abundant. You are changing the dominant signal. You are becoming the person who already lives in that timeline. And the cosmic mirror has no choice but to reflect your new state of being back to you. Chapter 9. Quantum Attunement. #2. The Heart Coherence Signal. Now, let's turn to the frequency of love and connection. The architect's protection program around the heart is fierce. Past betrayals, rejections, and heartbreaks have taught it that emotional openness is dangerous. The result is what scientists call low heart coherence. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that is thousands of times more powerful than the field generated by your brain. This field broadcasts your emotional state to the universe. When you are in a state of fear, frustration, or loneliness, your heart beats in an incoherent, chaotic rhythm. This is a signal of isolation. When you are in a state of gratitude, compassion, and love, your heart beats in a beautiful, smooth, coherent rhythm. This is the most powerful signal of connection you can broadcast. The heart coherence signal is a practice to consciously generate this state, regardless of your external circumstances. It is how you become a beacon for the love and connection you seek. Step 1. Focus on the heart. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Bring your full attention to the area around your heart. You can place your hand over your heart to help you focus. Step 2. Heart-focused breathing. Begin to breathe deeply and slowly, but imagine that you are breathing in and out directly through your heart. Imagine the air flowing into your heart center and flowing out from your heart center. Do this for 1 to 2 minutes, allowing your rhythm to become smooth and even. Step 3. Activate a regenerative emotion. This is the key. While continuing the heart-focused breathing, deliberately call up a feeling of genuine gratitude, care, or compassion. It doesn't have to be something monumental. Think of a beloved pet, a beautiful sunset you once saw, a time someone showed you unexpected kindness, a child's laughter. Don't just think about it. Feel it. Let the feeling wash over you. Let it fill your heart space. Bathe in that feeling. Stay in this state for 3 to 5 minutes. You are not asking for love. You are not visualizing a partner. You are simply becoming the frequency of love itself. You are tuning your most powerful transmitter to the exact signal of the reality you wish to experience. When you do this regularly, you are not just practicing a technique. You are changing your electromagnetic signature. You are healing the armor around your heart, built by the architect. You become magnetic. People will be drawn to your coherence, to the safety and warmth that your field radiates. You stop searching for connection, and you start attracting it, because you have become the source. Chapter 10. Timeline Turbulence. When your old reality fights back. As you begin these practices, as you start to consciously broadcast a new frequency, you must be prepared for something I call timeline turbulence. This is the period where your old reality appears to get louder, more chaotic, and more challenging. It is a test, not from the universe, but from your own system. As you begin to change, the architect will panic. This new state of being is unfamiliar and therefore unsafe. It will throw everything it has at you to pull you back to the familiar baseline. An unexpected bill will appear right after you start your abundance practice. An old ex will text you right after you begin your heart coherence work. Friends and family, who are comfortable with the old version of you, may suddenly criticize your new outlook. Your own mind will be flooded with an intensity of doubt you haven't felt before. This is not a sign that it isn't working. This is the sign that it is working. This is the final test of the old operating system before it gets deleted. It is the death rattle of the old timeline. It is trying to hook you back in through your reactions. It is begging you to contract back into fear, to react with anger, to spiral into doubt. Because if you do, you feed it, you reinforce its existence. Your task during timeline turbulence is simple, but not easy. Do not engage. Maintain your frequency. When the storm hits, you must become the lighthouse. The waves of the old reality will crash against you. Let them. Your job is not to fight the waves. Your job is to keep shining your light. How? You return to your practices. You breathe. You place your hand on your heart. You go for a walk in nature. You do whatever it takes to regulate your nervous system and return to the new frequency. You do not get pulled into the drama. You observe it, acknowledge it, and let it pass through you without attaching to it. Every time you successfully navigate a moment of turbulence without reacting from the old programming, you dissolve a piece of the architect's power. You strengthen the neural pathways of the new you. You prove to your own system that this new state of being is not only possible, but it is also safe. The turbulence will pass. The storm will calm. And on the other side, you will find yourself standing firmly, undeniably, in a new reality. Chapter 11. You are the signal, a new beginning. We have traveled far on this journey together. We have dismantled the cage, met the architect, decoded the secrets of the universe, and learned the art of becoming. But the journey does not end here. This is not a destination you arrive at. It is a state of being you choose to inhabit, moment by moment by moment. You are not a person navigating a life. You are a frequency generator embedded in a responsive field. You are a signal, and you have been broadcasting the same old pattern for so long. You mistook it for who you are, but it is not who you are. You are the infinite potential that existed before the first program was ever written. You are the silent observer beneath the chattering mind. You are the consciousness that collapses waves into worlds. The power was never outside of you. The key was never hidden from you. You have been carrying it all along. The real magic is not in remembering everything we have discussed. The real magic is in what you do next. In the small choices you make when this video ends. Will you choose the breath of coherence or the breath of anxiety? Will you choose the posture of openness or the posture of fear? Will you choose to see the world as a reflection of your state or as a random, chaotic force acting upon you? This is not a homework assignment. It is not a checklist. It is a living, breathing invitation. The final invitation. In the next 24 hours, surprise yourself. Do one thing, just one, that belongs to the version of you who already lives in your desired timeline. Maybe it's signing up for that course the architect told you you weren't ready for. Maybe it's having that vulnerable conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's looking at your reflection in the mirror, looking deep into your own eyes, and saying, I am here now, and I am ready. It doesn't need to be big, it just needs to be real. And when you do it, know this: you are no longer waiting for change, you are being the change. You are the cause, and the effect must follow. If this journey has stirred something within you, if you feel the pulse of possibility awakening, I invite you to make this space a part of your new timeline. Subscribe, not to follow a channel, but to join a collective of architects, a community of observers who are consciously choosing the reality they experience. And now, for your first act of embodiment, your first declaration in this new timeline. Go to the comments section, and as a signal to the universe and a commitment to yourself, I want you to write this exact phrase: I am the observer. Not I will be, not I want to be, I am. By writing this, you are anchoring this new identity into the physical realm. You are planting your flag. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for daring to remember who you truly are. Keep choosing, keep aligning, keep becoming. The cosmic mirror is waiting. Show it something beautiful.